let's begin. After you have downloaded and saved your SVG file on your computer and uploaded it to Design Space, you will be on your canvas. And if you click Upload, here it is down in the recent uploads of mine, and I'm going to insert images. Once it is inserted into the canvas, I'm going to change the colors. And for this project, I'm also going to use the Emboss It pen. So we'll be doing a couple of things differently. And first of all, I'm going to ungroup. And I'm going to click on the base, which is the black item. I'm going to change that to, I'm going to use pink for today. And also on my lattice, I'm going to change that to a draw and select my pen. And I can leave it for black for today. Since I'm using the Emboss It pen, it doesn't matter unless you have a different color of pen in here, then you're going to go ahead and select the correct color. My Emboss It pen is the clear. And I wanted it to show up on here, so I'm just using the color as black. So once you have those colors ready, you have your base as a cut and your lattice as a draw, highlighting one of those and then clicking on the Shift key on your computer and highlighting the second item, you need to attach those. So attach, and it is ready to go. Click Make It. And what you need to do on your mat, in order for the rollers on your Cricut machine to not roll over your drawing, just move the item over about an inch. And click Continue.
Okay, notice that I have my Emboss It pen up here in the pen holder, and the paper that I'm going to be drawing on is over an inch from the left edge. And this is so that the rollers do not roll onto the drawing. Okay, so once you have the Emboss It pen has done its work on your lattice in taking your whole stencil off of your mat, just be careful not to touch where the Emboss It pen has drawn. So let's take this out first, and we're going to put our embossing powder on here. You just want to get the lid back on the Emboss It pen so it doesn't dry out. And let's do the embossing powder. So I'm using the embossing powder clear, and it is super fine detail. So just sprinkle that on there. I always like to use a paper or something underneath because you will put whatever you don't use back into the container. So if we go ahead and make sure that gets all covered, all the edges, everything that's in the middle. does look like there was some maybe moisture right here on there that might interrupt the heat embossing, but we're going to do it anyway. So let's give you an idea of what the embossing will look like when it's done, when it's heated. So let's move this aside. In our heat gun, I'm using an actual heat gun for this, and I am heating it up first. Okay, I'm hoping you can see how the heat works on here. There it goes. So it should get shiny as it heats up. And you will be able to use Distress ink on this when you get done. Okay, so hopefully you can see, I'm going to tape this for a minute. It's all embossed, and I'm going to use the Distress ink a little bit. I have green and blue, and I'm just going to go across. And with the blue. And what you can also do is take a paper towel and go back over it, and this will bring out the clear, what you embossed, the pattern. And you can use this on a card or an invitation or whatever you want.